find Haunt Squad on all your favorite social media sites. Facebook.com/Haunt Squad, Twitter @Haunt Squad, Instagram at Instagram.com/Haunt_Squad, and search us on YouTube. Haunt Squad, 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 Squad.
Excuse me. I didn't know that you were doctors.
Doctors? We're not doctors.
I beg your pardon. I thought you knew what you were talking about.
You're damn rude, sir.
I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity.
In a world filled with supernatural phenomena, 3 explorers of the unknown answer the real questions concerning the field of paranormal investigation. Vinny Gomez, Natalie Jane, and Mike Wolfer guide you to the depths of paranormal studies, creepy movies, games, and comics, and more from the world of horror and deep culture. Turn out the lights, turn on your EMF detector, and prepare yourself for the Haunt Squad podcast.
That's
Yeah. Peter Cushing, man.
that's how we should start every show, with that last snippet of music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, we probably get sued.
Oh.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Haunt Squad has risen from the grave.
Episode 13.
Isn't that spooky?
Creepy. Hey, guys, you know what we do?
What?
We bring you the paranormal, comic books, games, and anything geek culture.
Who?
Well,
What?
me. I'm Vinny.
I'm Mike.
Natalie Jane.
And you know who we are?
What?
We're a Haunt Squad.
Neener, neener.
Neener, neener. So, guys, how are y'all?
Great.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, that's a nice T-shirt you've got on there.
You know what? I wore this for you. Yes, it's my ragdoll T-shirt.
Yeah,
I got
glows
it.
in the dark.
I got it from the Kickstarter.
Aha.
Yes.
You said it like a little kid. You were like, that was cute.
I like how she pointed to. She went, ha! So, guys, what's going on? What do we have on deck for today?
I don't know. Do we have anything planned?
Well, you know what?
End of show. Rainbows.
Gravy.
Well, you know what? First thing I want to do after we get gravy out of our heads, wanted to give a little update on the Gray Fox.
Gray Fox,
Yes.
yes.
Gray Fox investigation that we did in Dover. Vinny, you've got your audio done.
Check.
I've got my audio done.
Check.
Natalie's got her audio done.
Check.
And Natalie and I went through the DVR footage.
Check.
All 7 cameras. All
Yes.
3 hours on 7 cameras.
21 hours worth of it. How did you keep yourselves awake?
Coffee.
Lots
Yes.
and lots.
and gravy.
Gravy.
But the whole Haunt Squad thing.
Yeah.
We're trying to be open and honest and take you guys that are listening through our whole process.
Right.
You know, instead of talking down to you, we're trying to include you
Yeah.
in everything that we do, and so you can see the whole process. And one of the processes of an investigation is doing the evidence
Review.
evaluation. And,
Yeah.
So where we're at now is here's the cool thing, right? We've got this awesome DVR that records
Yes.
all of the footage from all of the cameras. So now the question is, how do you edit that? How do you get that off of the DVR into somewhere else where you can do your editing?
Right.
Well,
here's the
Wow.
thought.
here's what we have to do.
Yeah.
You have to take all of the footage, transfer it to a flash drive. You have to back up the footage onto a flash drive.
Okay.
Now, you would think that would be 7 files, 1 for each camera.
Right.
Well, actually, it's not, because somewhere, and Vinny, I don't know if you know anything about this. Somewhere in the middle of the investigation,
Yeah.
the recording stopped and then restarted instantaneously.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because we started on Friday the 26th
Yeah.
and ended after midnight
Yeah.
on the 27th, that also created new files.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we ended up with 21 files instead of 7. Right? I don't understand. I don't know how the heck the thing stopped recording and then immediately started recording again.
As if there was like a power surge or something.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but if there was a power surge, it's all it's a
We would have to
computer.
restart
You
the
would have
whole
had to,
thing.
yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. So I had to transfer all 21 files onto a flash drive, and now I can use those files in any kind of software to edit those files. You would think, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Depending on the format of the file.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what file format it is?
What?
Is it a .mov or a
.avi?
no?
What?
It's a .264. Did you ever hear of anything in your life?
Never heard of it. Let's do a search.
.264, right? Which is not recognized by anything except for a very specific conversion software that you also have to download in order to. So I had to take all 21 files and then convert each one individually to a WMV file.
Just to be able to edit them.
Now I can start doing the editing.
Oh,
Yeah.
MG. Holy
Kinda crazy.
cow.
I just wanted to throw that out there if you guys are wondering how we do stuff.
And why it takes so long. This
Yeah.
is it, you know.
Yeah,
Ugh.
because each one of those conversions took, like 5-6 minutes a piece. So I'm sitting there all afternoon clicking, okay, go. And then I have to sit and wait for it to, and then it goes ding, it's done after 5 minutes. And then I have to do the next one.
Do you have to connect it to your TV to do that too? Or
No.
can you just, okay, so you can just connect it to your computer and,
Yeah.
or, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Holy cow.
something that we're going to do
Yeah.
that we have, we shouldn't give away our secrets, but who cares? Screw
Yeah,
it. Something we're going to be able to do that a lot of groups do not do is I'm going to sync up the audio and the video. Groups like ours present their client with audio files that they listen to with headphones.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and edit in the video that is
Okay.
pertinent to that,
During that audio
room
time.
or whatever it
Gotcha.
was where that thing was caught. So we're going to have a whole bunch of video clips, and we're going to put all those on YouTube.
Gotcha.
We'll do an investigation wrap-up video, and you can see it all rather than just hear it. Like on the podcast here, we play audio clips for you, but
Yes.
it's kind of cool when you look at the dark room and see dust floating by.
Exactly. Or see one of us walking by and,
Right.
all right, wave at the camera and keep walking.
Yeah.
Question, and I'm not giving away anything, but
Don't give it away.
did you listen to the audio I sent you that I found?
Yes, indeed, I did.
Okay, did you hear, I'm going to call it submarine. Did you
Yeah.
hear that?
Yeah.
Did that sound like anything to you?
I've never heard of anything in my life.
Okay, just want to
We're
make
gonna-
sure.
We're going to play that for you
Yeah,
guys.
that one really, I don't know what it was, and then it just stopped.
I don't know.
Okay, I played you the whole thing.
We'll just put it this way.
Yeah.
When we do play that, you guys listening are going to say, aha, there was some kind of alien intervention.
Thank you. Okay, right? Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what that was, but I can't figure it out.
I don't know what it was. That's why I says, this is weird.
Yeah.
So-
So we're not going to overhype it and say, you guys are going to crap your pants when you hear what...
No. You could if you wanted to. I mean, it's your choice.
We're not going to do that. We will tell you we did get some stuff.
Yes.
It's nothing mind-blowing.
Yes.
But
It's something.
It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And compelling.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to... First, we have to
Do a
do a
due
meeting
diligence.
with the owners and reveal our evidence to them. But as soon as we get that done, then boom,
Yeah, it goes out
we're
to
going
you.
to put it out there, and it's going to be everywhere.
Exactly.
And then you guys can listen and watch the videos and go, yeah, a bunch of crap.
Yeah, it was nothing. You guys worked it in. You remember you said you edited the video.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Haunt Squad, a bunch of liars.
Fakers.
We did do a live broadcast. We had a bunch of people talking to us during the broadcast, which was fun.
It's funny because originally we were only going to just do a little short 15-minute
Yeah,
segment
and that was it.
before the investigation, and we were like, damn, that was fun. Let's take a
Let's
break
do
and do
another one.
another one.
Matter of
Let's
fact-
do a wrap-up one at the end of the night, too.
It's funny to hear because in my recording, I listened to my recording about 3 times, just so that I can make sure I hear everything.
Right.
And there was a couple of times where I hear Mike downstairs going, "Hey guys, you want to do another broadcast real quick?"
And Natalie says, why? I did. Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right, moving on.
All right, moving up.
So this past weekend
Yes.
was San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, by the way, we're recording this ahead of time.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
So we're recording a little early, but yeah, San Diego.
San Diego Comic-Con.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
there you go.
Wow.
So, a slew of movie trailers premiered there.
Yeah.
A slew. But I figured, the ones that we could talk about that pertain to us are
Yes.
Suicide Squad, Deadpool, Ash vs. Evil Dead, Walking Dead Season 6, and Tales of Halloween.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, as you can tell from us doing our oohs and ahs, the first 3 we really don't.
The first 2, Suicide
First 2?
Squad and Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I admit I did not watch either of those.
Well,
I watched Suicide Squad.
so did I.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say it differently. I watched Suicide Squad, dude.
I'll say it differently
Ambivalent.
too.
It just didn't do anything for me. But you know why?
Yeah.
I'm a Marvel zombie, man. I always was.
Listen, I don't have a problem moving between franchises. I like Batman. I'm a Batman freak.
True. Yes.
Suicide Squad, I never read the book, but I find the premise interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. My problem here is, again, nothing is connected. That's my whole
You mean
problem.
the
movies.
like all of the movies?
Yeah,
Movies to the TV
going back
shows,
to
yeah.
going back to our
shoot,
original
that's
discussion
right.
a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
With the whole DC Marvel situation and how Marvel is actually doing it right, in my opinion, putting it all together. I just find, the Batman Superman thing, I can't wait for it to come out because I really would like to see Batman versus Superman.
Right.
Okay? But Suicide Squad is apparently not in the same universe as Batman versus Superman.
It's not.
Apparently not. And then the Joker guy, Jared Leto, I think his name is. Well, he's not going to be the same Joker as in the Gotham series that's coming out, season 2. So it just seems like they don't have the same actors and actresses playing the same part. Everything is set up in a different universe. I'm getting confused. They just brought out the Supergirl is supposed to be going on CBS, brand new series, Supergirl.
Right.
And they had an interview with the showrunner asking, is Superman going to make an appearance? Yeah. And the response was, yeah, but I already know that, personally, I already know that the guy who's playing Superman is not going to be in the TV show. Oh. He's not going to be in it. They're going to have somebody else playing Superman, or they're going to have his shadow there, or... Right. And it's not going to be connected. Well, it's not connected to the Batman-Superman universe from Batman versus Superman. It's like, you're killing me here.
Yeah. Well, there's always rights issues and all of that. Just like with the X-Men and the other Marvel movies. Well,
Sure.
you can't say mutant in the Avengers because mutant is exclusive to the X-Men. And,
Yes.
Come on, man.
But Inhumans, you can use.
Yes.
So, and that's what they're doing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're introducing the Inhumans,
right.
And they're going to use them in lieu of the X-Men.
Right. Which, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see. Because remember, that comet is going to be hitting the Earth before the premiere
Yes, guys.
of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Update, we're still following that story.
Yes.
Comment.
No updates yet. No. But, between September 15th and 28th, 2.5-mile wide comet is going to hit the Earth. Yeah. So, but anyhow.
Asteroids are noted as hitting a planetary object, but comets are noted as flying by. So this comet wouldn't be called a comet; it'd be called an asteroid. Because
See, it's just all wrong.
Don't know.
By
By next week, it's going to be a black hole is going to fly.
a black hole. Black hole's going to hit the Earth.
Attack of neutrinos and dark matter.
But out of all of those trailers you mentioned, my favorite was definitely the Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Oh, was it?
I didn't know
It was comical.
I didn't know what to think. Loved the first movie. Scared the hell out of me. Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2 was scary too.
But it was
a little silly.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
was
more
like,
silly than
this
anything
is
else.
okay. Army of Darkness was really a cool movie.
Yeah.
But it was so silly.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to expect from the TV series.
Are they going
They
with the
look
same thing?
like they're freaking serious, man.
Really?
I mean, there's the funny stuff, but it looks freaking scary, and there's blood
There's a lot of
splattering
gore.
and- oh, man.
Nice.
Bruce Campbell is...
He's reprising his role.
Yeah,
Awesome.
He's in fine form. Well, actually, he's not in fine form. That's part of the joke of the trailer
it's
is
funny.
that he's trying to fit into this like girdle thing because he's gained some weight. 30 years have passed, you know. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it sounds good.
And Walking Dead.
Oh, dude,
That was
please.
great.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even.
awesome.
Oh God, I felt miserable after watching it already, and it was just the trailer. Like, oh no,
It's
what's
just
going
it
to happen?
looks
Who's
so
gonna
bleak.
die?
Yeah, and I'm laughing.
Yeah, I
Tales of Halloween. I didn't watch that one yet.
What
Tales
is
of
that?
Halloween. It's an anthology. I believe it's 10 separate stories,
Okay.
all
That's a
revolving
lot.
around Halloween, and it looks great. It looks
Yeah.
really scary.
Scary stories
Yes.
based around Halloween kind of thing.
Yes.
Cool.
And also, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say it's sort of like, oh God, my mind is a blank.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah, those did tie in, but know what you're saying. They're just
That was a
these are
great
separate
movie.
stories. Trick or Treat. I'm waiting for part 2. And also, the movie poster for Krampus was released.
I didn't see it. Is that cool?
It-
Does it look cool?
It does. It does.
The
look
poster,
cool.
I mean.
Mhm, yeah, it does look cool.
That's tied, though. The guy who did Trick or Treat, though, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
Michael Dougherty did Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That was a cool ass movie. So the Krampus thing. I mean, it's
And it's supposed to be a horror comedy.
A horror comedy.
You know,
okay.
so that should be really cool. And the anti-Santa Claus.
Well,
gotta love it.
it's funny you bring that up because I learned about Krampus just about maybe a year ago
Okay.
from
It's trendy now.
from a TV show called American Dad.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Krampus,
Oh.
and they were singing or whatever. It was really kind of weird, but
So it's
yeah. So they're making. Is it a live action movie or is it animated?
live action.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
this is going to be holy cow! Okay.
hopefully practical effects. That'd be great.
That would be great.
Well, they're
rather
doing
than
that with the new Star Wars movie too. It's all going to be practical.
You know what?
effects.
Nice.
I did see that. Like
Yeah.
they did a little behind the scenes
Yeah,
thing
did
that
you
they
see that?
released at
Yeah.
San Diego, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, good. There's
Yeah.
people building masks and props and sets.
They actually built the
Cool.
Millennium Falcon. It's
Yeah.
there. The
Wow.
ship has been built.
Yeah.
I'm like, they better not destroy it. They got to keep that ship. But yeah, so I'm kind of glad they're bringing back the practical effects and really they're putting work into it and not just putting it into a computer and playing around with it. That's what I think ruined the last 2 prequels to Star Wars. So yeah, and is Krampus going to be a practical effects type movie? Do you know? Or?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, okay.
Tell us,
I'm
Natalie.
assu-
Tell us.
I'm
Stop with all these
assuming-
questions. I honestly don't know.
Well, we saw some trailers and from Comic-Con and
Yeah.
they were kind of cool. I just saw the Deadpool one right before we did the show, and I'll go see it. It's Marvel.
Yeah.
I'll go see it.
Yeah.
I begged my wife that we can go see Ant-Man Friday. So
Oh,
yeah, I want to see that.
Oh no.
Oh, no, what?
You're gonna want to go to the movie theater.
For those of you joining us late, Natalie does not like to go to the movies because she doesn't like to sit next to a-holes.
Crying babies.
She's like,
Present
Yeah.
company excluded.
aw,
God,
yeah.
You know what's funny? We're talking about San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
The word comic is in the title of that convention.
Uh-huh.
And all we talked about was the movies.
Well, that's what it's become. It's really become more about.
I mean,
that.
they're comic
it's evolving,
movies,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's evolved into much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
I've been to several San Diego cons. And,
Oh, you've gone to San Diego? Actually?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
quite a few.
You're
yeah.
worldly.
Yeah, well, yeah. Leather Montalban, you know. I ran into a friend of mine, Neil Vokes. He's an artist. He's been around as long as I have, actually a little longer than me.
Okay.
I picked up 3 books from him, 3 trade paperbacks that he drew. They're called Flesh and Blood.
Okay.
I brought them. Look,
Ooh.
this is what they look like.
Nice.
Written by Robert Tinnell, I believe, and Neil did the art. There's 3 volumes out, 3 trades, Flesh and Blood, and the cool. You guys know what Hammer movies are? You guys know
Yes.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm getting that from the visual right here.
So the whole point of these is, what if Hammer continued to make movies after they closed up shop in the mid-'70s? What if they did team-ups, basically? What if Dracula and Frankenstein got together? What if the Wolfman and Frankenstein and Dracula got together?
Yeah.
So these are like sequels to the Hammer films. It's cool stuff. The first one deals basically with Carmilla,
Yes.
Vampirus, and Dracula, and Jonathan Harker and Van Helsing. They get Frankenstein to come in to. They have a vampire that they've captured, and they want him to experiment on her to figure out what makes vampires tick, and it's like torture basically. And it's like crazy. It's crazy
So it's
stuff.
a little bit
There's
of a twist.
There's like this bounty hunter guy who and he's a werewolf.
Yeah.
You know, so you've got all the monsters. The second one is more of the same, but it takes some very interesting turns with the vampires at each other's throats because they're all trying to get to Frankenstein, Baron Frankenstein. The third one gets really crazy. It brings in Dr. Jekyll, who is murdered at the beginning of the book.
Wait, they killed Dr. Jekyll?
Yeah, Dr. Jekyll, he's in his Mr. Hyde form.
Okay.
And Hyde was attacking a woman, and another dude kills Hyde. The woman is killed, right?
Yeah.
So he turns back into Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah.
But Frankenstein was going to be consulting with Jekyll to, do some science stuff. Shows up, finds the body, sees the dead girl, and he says, hey, we don't want to let this brilliant mind go to waste. So he puts the mind of Jekyll in the body of the dead woman. But that Jekyll-Hyde thing is still within the brain, so the woman transforms into a Jekyll-Hyde thing. Yeah, crazy stuff, man.
Wow.
Really crazy
I'm
stuff.
looking at the artwork in book 1, and it's really great artwork. And it's Neil Volks who did the art.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah.
It really looks good.
It's really fun stuff, and it's it's funny because I've been working on my own universe of monsters, my ragdoll stuff.
Yeah.
Daughters of the Dark Oracle is
Right.
basically kind of like my monster universe, and it's so funny to see a lot of the same ideas in these books. I had never read these until just a week ago. Like, oh wow, we're using the same characters. Oh wow, we've got the same concepts going, different twists on them, but it's really cool to finally find something else out there that I like. No one else is doing this. That's why I was doing Ragdoll.
Yeah.
Because no one else is doing it. So
It's really cool. Is that supposed to be Popeye?
that is Popeye.
That's supposed to be Popeye, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I do believe that was painted by Rick Baker.
Rick Baker
Really?
painted that?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
happy. I
these
found some
look
books,
phenomenal.
and it's carrying on that Hammer tradition. So
Yeah, I love.
it's about damn time. And I hope there's more. I don't
They
know if
just
they're going to be
make
doing more.
they made Baron Frankenstein look like Peter Cushing.
He looks like Peter
That's
Cushing.
He
really
does,
that's
yeah.
wild.
Unseen forces, both tangible and intangible, both visible and invisible, things we know nothing of, the natural and the supernatural.
We are now entering the Haunt Squad audio vault.
Hey, come on in, you guys.
I always imagine the door opening constantly. Whenever we open the door to walk into the vault,
Yeah.
I always think of Thriller.
I don't. Well, look around. What do you think? You like what I did with the place?
No, it's still creepy looking. You haven't done any cleaning whatsoever.
I swept. I believe
You
it or
did?
not.
Well, what about the webs up in the seal in the corners?
I like those.
You guys. And Mike's always talking about being afraid of spiders. And what? There's one right there looking at us.
Well, whatever. I got outvoted.
Oh, okay. That or you just ran away from
1
the
against
spider.
2, I still win.
Okay, so what do we have today?
Audio clips.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the first one.
Yeah, the first one. This is from a private investigation that we did with Diamond State Ghost Investigators, I believe it was.
Okay.
And it was a house in Delaware City. Obviously can't reveal
No.
location exactly. But okay, so the setup is we were in the bedroom. We were asking questions. The lights were out, and this is what we got. Go ahead and play it.
So do you think that Casey can see you?
Now, Casey was the name of the people's cat. And it's not really audible. when you listen to the original recording,
Right.
there was something very, very faint.
Okay.
So I took that little spot, up the volume of it, and tried to clean it up a little bit, and you can hear something that sounds like yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Casey can see you?
Right.
Yes, yeah. So play that again. See if you can hear it this time.
So do you think that Casey can see you?
Right there. So did you hear that?
Yes. Yeah. I heard that. Wow.
Obviously we did not hear that live.
How did you catch that?
Just, sometimes when I'm reviewing my own audio, there will be certain questions that I will ask, that we all ask when we're doing the investigation.
Right.
And you're really hoping to get a response. And when we listen to it, there's nothing there.
Right.
But sometimes I'll go back and I'll say, you know what, that was a particularly arresting question. Mm-hmm. I almost got arrested for asking it. And I'll go ahead and just bump up the volume as loud as I can get it. And surprisingly, sometimes there are things that are there. So there's got to be a much better way to do the recording than the recorders we use. I'm sure if we got $1,200 audio recorders that were super sensitive and could cut out all of the hiss and everything, I'm sure they would be much more effective.
Well, they sell those at Walmart.
Do they not? I had a hard enough time buying a regular one. They were all sold out. And the lady said, well, we don't really carry them anymore because everybody's got that function on their smartphones now. I'm like, yeah, but we're Haunt Squad, baby.
Exactly.
So that was
Wow.
an example of something that we would never have known was there unless we enhanced the audio. And I'm looking for another clip that came from that same investigation. Like I said, that the name of the cat was Casey.
Uh-huh.
And at another point in the night, I asked, what is the cat's name? Once again, you guys, cats, right?
Cats.
I said, what is the cat's name? And you can hear a voice say, Casey. And I was looking and looking for that. I couldn't find it. I've got it somewhere.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's really weird.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's the next clip?
The next one is from, we can't say.
Oh.
It's a undisclosed military facility. That's all we can say.
Gotcha.
Can't say where it
Okay.
is or what it is.
All right. Well, let's listen
give
to
it a
this
listen.
one. Okay.
Now, did you hear the whistling?
Yeah.
Everybody on the investigation swears that it was not them.
Okay.
And Natalie, you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anybody there that was a whistler?
No.
The only person I can think is maybe
Andy.
But we tease Andy. But he said no, it definitely wasn't me. And I don't remember all the investigations that we were on with him. I don't remember him ever just randomly whistling.
No.
Yeah, I've done a couple with him. And
yeah.
No, he's never done that.
Yeah. So play it again
Yeah.
just real quick. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's creepy.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. You would hear that and go, well, obviously, it's somebody in the room whistling.
Right, right.
And I discounted it immediately. I'm like, okay, what was that? But then I asked everybody. And I listened to the rest of the, 3 hours we recorded. I never heard whistling again.
Nobody ever whistled. Normally, you have a
Yeah.
tendency to re-whistle
Right,
when you whistle.
right. Kind of like unconsciously.
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
So, I don't know. Weird, strange,
Wow.
bizarre.
Wow.
We can't account for it.
Huh.
Yeah. And we don't know what it was either. I don't know.
It's a ghost whistle. Okay.
That's what we need, ghost whistles.
Ghost whistles. Ooh. So what's the next one?
This one is going to scare you out of your seat.
Okay.
No, actually, it's not. But you know what? You're going to have to listen really closely.
Okay.
I tried to clean it up as best I could, and I tried to enhance it and increase the volume as best I could. So
Okay.
This was Delaware Bake Trading Company.
Oh, okay.
This was at the end of the night on our second investigation that we did. This was the three-person one that the three of us did
All right,
for
that's right.
Diamond State Ghost Investigators. We were breaking down.
We're breaking down.
And Natalie was in the coffee shop area.
Okay.
And she was folding up tripods. and you can hear her. This audio recorder was sitting on a table next to her, and you can hear her folding up tripods.
Yeah.
You and I were in either upstairs or all the way in the far room where the cash register was.
Okay.
And you can hear us in the background talking. But there's something else in the room with Natalie.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
see if we can hear it. There's whispering. And here it is. Ooh.
Wow.
So I was trying to figure out what it was. We'll listen to it again,
Yeah.
but I hate to put ideas in people's heads, but what I hear is she's upstairs. I can hear her. And then I don't know what that
was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a whisper. She's upstairs.
Yeah.
I hear her. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So here it is louder.
Wow.
That last part is
Yeah.
creepy. And of course, by me.
Natalie's by herself. She was by herself in that room.
Yeah.
And that voice was near her while she was folding up tripods. She didn't hear anything while it was happening. And you can hear you and I, blah, 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 blah. So obviously we're not in the room. We're the only three people in the whole building. So what was in the room with Natalie, and why were they whispering behind her back?
Who were they referring
And
to?
who are they talking
Exactly.
about?
Yeah.
She's upstairs. I hear her.
Maybe they were trying to tell
Hey,
Natalie that
whatever.
somebody was upstairs and that she needs to go look.
I don't know.
Stop folding those metal things and get upstairs right now.
I don't know. Creepy. Natalie's shaking her head like...
I missed out on everything.
Yeah, well, you know what? We got to question everything.
Yeah, we do.
Question everything.
So, what do we have on deck for today?
All right, we have a couple of questions here.
Ooh.
Our first one comes from Brian Recker in Newcastle, Delaware. His question is...
I know that dude.
Not sure if you are all comic book fans, but if so, what was the gateway comic that brought each of you into the hobby? As an example, the first comic I bought that hooked me was Uncanny X-Men 178.
That, well, comic book Mike has got about 10 different answers for that one, so I'll let you guys go first.
Vinny, I think you should go first, because mine's going to be a little long-winded.
Okay.
Not as long as Mike, I guarantee, but...
Hey, now.
I was in 8th grade, and I was a huge fan of the Transformers, and I had been shown Transformers the movie. And
The animated?
The animated
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
yes. And I went to a comic book shop and saw that they had the comic book of Transformers the movie. And I had bought number 2 of the miniseries, Transformers the movie, and I fell in love with comic books right then and there.
Yeah, who published that?
Marvel.
All right, so for me, let's see, I was 7 years old. I'm noticing a lot of things are happening around the age of 7 for me.
Oh.
So it was the September 84, Uncanny X-Men, issue 185. My mom did not like me reading comic books, so that was my first comic, and it was the last comic for a very long time.
Oh, no.
You know, in the cover of that one, it looked like Rogue was killing Storm. I guess.
Yeah,
You know.
it was a little brutal. I'll never forget that cover. It was great. So
John
that's
Romita
what,
Jr., by the way. John Romita Jr. drew that cover.
So that's what really, got my interest. And so I dabbled in comics, same thing, Uncanny X-Men, a little bit in high school and then a little bit in college, but never really got into them until 2005. I know, I'm a little late bloomer here. 2005, and it was all because of DC Comics. They had this huge event that was going to be happening, Infinite Crisis.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes. I'm going to say probably about like 2 months before that started, I read Crisis on Infinite Earths, and that's from 85, 86.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the older one, yeah.
I read Crisis on Infinite Earths, fell in love with it. I thought it was great. And then I read Identity Crisis, which was 2004, Brad Meltzer.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I was all pumped. And so before Infinite Crisis came out, they had a bunch of one-shots and miniseries. They had 2 one-shots, Prelude to Infinite Crisis and Countdown to Infinite Crisis. And the miniseries Olmec Project, Day of Vengeance, Villains United, and Ranthanagar War. And it was great. It was amazing. I hate using that word amazing, but it was amazing to me at the time. And then Infinite Crisis came out, and that's it. I've been reading comics ever since.
Been hooked ever since.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, for me, I had like 3 phases of comic reading.
Okay.
It started out when I was very, very little. And I brought them. For
Ooh.
you guys to see.
Aww.
If you could see the cover of this.
These are the actual books. When I was a little kid, I loved monster movies, horror movies, whatever, sci-fi, anything. And I'm talking when I was, like 7 or 6 or something like that.
Right.
So the first one that I remember buying is called Where Monsters Dwell.
Wow.
Number 3.
Oh.
And it's got a picture of a big freaking giant ant on the cover attacking the city. The monster called Grotto. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my 7 years. It was incredible. And I don't know what year this was. It's probably around 71 or 72 or something. It's got a 15-cent cover price.
Oh, my gosh.
What year is it?
1970.
70?
Wow.
So, yeah.
I thought you were going to say this, like 1959.
Well, these are reprints, actually, of some old stuff that Jack Kirby and Stan Lee and Steve Ditko did with a company called Timely, and Marvel reprinted them. And they had a whole line of these where monsters dwell, creatures on the loose, monsters on the prowl, fear. There's a bunch of them. And I was hooked. Freaking giant monsters, man.
Wow.
It was great. So shortly after that, I saw my first issue. And this totally shaped the rest of my life. Creepy Magazine. This is it, you guys. Look,
Creepy Magazine.
Look how torn up that is. Isn't it beautiful? This is the one I bought.
That's the original one.
Yeah. Creepy number 43. Oh, my God. You can't escape the mark of Satan's claw. and this is 72. So I was...
34.
I was 9.
Oh. Wow.
And Warren Publishing Company put these out. Eerie, Creepy, and Vampirella magazines.
Wow.
I looked at Vampirella and I was like, I don't know, the girls and ladies and stuff. Where's the one with the monsters? At that time I got into the ladies later. Oh. But yeah, beautiful stuff, black and white. And the thing I loved about these, look, I'm tearing it open. Did you hear that? You hear the tape?
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that if I were you.
I'm opening it up. Oh, shit.
No. Oh, no, the cover's coming off. Oh, come on, Mike. Oh.
Black and white and gray tone ink washes.
Wow.
Where have we seen that before?
Yeah,
I know somebody who does work like that.
Yeah, the Curse of Ragdoll, baby.
The Curse of Ragdoll.
That's why I do the Curse of Ragdoll the way I do it. Black and white with gray tone washes, because it looks like the old Warren books. And it looks grown up compared to those crazy, vibrant, flat colors that you see in regular comic books. This just looks like I'm not supposed to be reading this.
But you know what? I'm going to turn on a light and my little flashlight.
Every once in a while, they'd work in a word like crap. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Watch out
and
now.
look at this. Look at that. Cleavage.
Oh, it is grown up.
Oh,
that's when you make a bed for it.
My eyes.
Yeah. And
eyes and ears are not dumpsters here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told my mom, it's just monsters, Mom. That's all that's in there. Just monsters.
Wow.
So that was phase 2.
Phase 2. Well, you're like Marvel. You have numerous phases.
Well, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the book back, and it's not going in. And
no, take it out. Take it out. You're going to hurt it.
It's going to rip. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. So, phase 3. Flash forward to 1976. Yes, 7th grade. There was a kid named James Jeffries, I believe. Blonde hair, like bleach blonde looking. He wore like puka shell necklace.
Hell yeah.
He looked like a surfer. But, he was, I
Yeah.
don't know, like 12 years old. But we thought he was cool. He's
Okay.
like, that's the cool dude, man. And he showed up to history class one day, and he had a bunch of comic books. Marvel Comics, Spider-Man stuff.
Wow.
And I thought, this dude is the coolest guy in the world because he's got comic books in school and doesn't care that anyone sees them. Because at that time...
What a rebel.
No, at that time, you get your ass kicked for bringing
Really?
comic books to school. Yeah, because it was, it's nerdy, geeky crap. It was terrible. We had to hide it. But this guy, he was so cool. He brought comic books. And I said, man, if he can read Spider-Man, maybe I should read Spider-Man. So I went down to 7-Eleven, and I saw this. Marvel Team Up, number 44, along with a lot of other Marvel comics.
Sure.
Cover price is 25 cents.
Oh, please.
And, I'm looking around the rack. They're all 25 cents. I'm like, oh, there's Iron Man fighting a dude. There's Captain America fighting a dude. You're only getting 2 dudes. Marvel Team Up. Look at this. Look at this.
You got
Spider-Man, the Vision, Scarlet Witch, Moondragon. They're all trying to rescue Dr. Doom so they can fight this dude named the Dark Rider.
Wait a second. Why would they be trying to rescue Dr. Doom? He's
I
a
don't-
bad
He's a
guy.
villain!
That's why I bought it.
Makes no sense.
Look at that.
Wow.
I mean, what a great value for your 25 cents.
Sure. You
So
get
I
tons
picked it
of
up.
them.
Here's the thing. Here's what got me. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what Marvel did. I opened it up, and the story's already going. It's not like one day they're sitting in the park. No, it's like, by the way, Iron Man's talking to Moondragon. Yeah, remember what happened yesterday? And I'm like, wait, what happened yesterday?
Let me go back and get that comic.
What happened? And then at the end, it continues on in a next issue. Look, at the end, dead people hanging from a tree. They have all been hung.
Whoa.
I was like, yeah, this is cool. I got to get the next one and the next one and the next one. That's what Marvel does. I had looked at Superman comics and Batman and stuff, and they seem to be, self-contained one-shot stories.
Yeah, one episode.
And that's what I was expecting from this. But Marvel pulled a fast one and said, nah, you got to buy them all.
Yeah.
So I did. here's the marketing ploy. It's got the Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
They're in the Avengers. It's got Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
He's from Fantastic Four.
What?
Maybe I should pick up the Avengers and see what
Yeah,
they're doing.
find
after
out
that. Maybe I
what-
should pick up FF and see what Doom's doing over there. Oh, yeah. Pretty soon, Little Mike, Marvel Zombie.
Nice.
Yeah, I was buying everything. So there you go. That's what
That's
got me
awesome.
hooked. Until the mid-'90s.
Uh-huh.
When all of the later-to-be Image guys took over Marvel, basically.
Right.
Reshaped all of the books in their own image. And that image was distorted and weird, and they didn't have ankles, and they had freaking ridiculous body proportions. It was ugly, and everybody had shoulder pads and and mullets, and that's when you started reading, Natalie.
Yes, it is, and it wasn't pretty.
And that's when I stopped. I said, enough, no more, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in the 80s I had gotten X-Men, and it was with the one with Mr. Sinister. It was called Inferno, where New York was taken over by demons and everything else. I had that whole setup because I was in love with the X-Men.
Yeah.
And Mr. Sinister I was like, wow, what a name, Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
Woo. So yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, see? And then Long Shot. I had all the Long Shot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was cool.
Well, we've gone over this on a past episode. Arthur Adams. I loved his artwork, and Longshot was one of his characters. So wow, yeah, awesome, nice, awesome.
What do I have the ones that I read in high school. No, actually, after high school it was in '96. The Uncanny X-Men Onslaught.
Okay, yeah.
Phase 1.
Yep.
I have some of those. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Do you guys remember the Serpent Crown affair? Didn't think so.
No, I'm not privy to that one.
Yeah, that was before you.
Oh,
Before your time.
Okay.
Before your time.
Oh. So, what other questions do we have?
All right. Our second question is from John Armour in Hanover, Germany. His question is, when I was very young, maybe 4 or so, I was scared by the never-ending story. Are there any programs that you were traumatized by that were not conventional scary films / TV shows when you were younger, that maybe you would be embarrassed for people to know.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to tell you.
Neener. Never ending story.
Let me just bash John a little bit. He is a friend of mine who actually came to America on vacation, and he stayed with me for a couple of days. I showed him Poltergeist, and poor John, and he's like a linebacker. He's a big guy. And for him to sit there and watch the Poltergeist with pillows up against his face while watching it was his wife, Jill, looked at him in disgust. Then we got into talking about movies, and I was talking to Jill about fantasy movies, Neverending Story, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, all those movies. Right. And he came out and said, "Oh yeah, the Neverending Story scared me." And I said, "What about it scared you?" And again, his wife looked at him like she could probably divorce him right then and there. And he goes, "Oh, the dragon scared me. It scared me." I said, "Falcor scared you? The dog-headed dragon?"
Oh, you know what? I never saw it.
Oh.
You need to see it.
You got to see it. It's got a great soundtrack, too. It's an 80s soundtrack.
I don't have that kind of time. It's never ending, right?
It's never ending.
Yeah,
it's on a loop? I mean,
well, you could watch it on a loop, technically.
Anyhow,
so movies that scare us that weren't supposed to scare us. You're going to have to skip me for a second. I don't know. I got to think. Anything, you guys?
Natalia?
Yes.
Yeah, you have one?
So I have two things.
Okay.
For the movie, funny you mentioned it, Dark Crystal.
That scared you?
The Dark Crystal did, and I think it's because it's puppets, and they have like an unnatural movement, and it just freaked me out.
Okay.
And it wasn't a very happy kind of story either. It was dark. So yeah, that did kind of freak me out. And the Yip Yips from Sesame Street.
Ah, you remember them?
The Yip Yips.
Petrified me.
Really?
Yes. Yip, 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 yum, 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 whatever noises they make, and their little puppet mouths are moving.
Cat. Yep. Cat. Yep. Yep.
Puppet mouth.
Oh, I remember them.
And the phone rings.
Yeah.
Ring.
Oh. Ring. Yep. Ring.
They scared you? They made me laugh.
They beep and stuff. They beep, 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 beep. I don't like it. I don't like puppet. I don't think it's that beep and unnatural movements. It's puppety, and I don't like it.
Wow.
No.
I'm going to have to slow down all of that you just said. Slow down the speed because, wow. That came out so fast.
I'm from Chicago.
You know,
Yep, 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 yep,
you
yep,
can
yep.
tell when she's tense.
Yeah. I'm still having a hard time.
Okay,
I'm
Mike.
really having a hard time. Mike.
Oh.
Lost in Space.
Oh.
Lost in Space scared you, or something about it scared you?
Lost in Space scared me. First of all, I don't want to be lost. I don't want to, just take me home. I want to be secure. And
You looked at it
first
that
of all,
way.
they're lost, right? Second of all, they're in space.
Yeah.
Third of all, there's Dr. Smith, and he was just, oh, William. He was scary. But fourth, just spit. It's scaring me. Fourth, there was monsters. There was always some kind of hideous creature standing behind the paper mache rock that they walk around the corner. Some weird, it was scary to me. Of course, I was young, like, I don't know, 6, 7, 5, whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be scary. It was like sci-fi.
Okay, I'll give you mine.
Go
I
ahead.
thought of two of them, and they were episodes more than just the series. Well, one was a movie.
Mr. Boogedy?
No, Mr. Book. Well, it did scare me, but not like the way these shouldn't have scared me. Like Time Bandits.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I was unsettled with that movie. It just was an unsettling movie to me. Maybe because of when I saw it, I was very young and I didn't get it. That movie, that movie and Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. There was one called Space Vampire.
Yes.
Oh.
That one scared the hell out of me.
Have you seen that one, Natalie?
That one,
no.
The thing that the vampire just scared me.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
He had a unibrow.
Yeah.
He was freaky
yeah,
looking.
and a big weird head, and
Yes.
it just stood there real tall, and he was like the
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. There it is,
Yes.
a Nosferatu type of character. That's what he was. Just creeped me out. I mean, but that was supposed to creep you out. That movie, that
Yeah.
show was supposed to creep, that episode. So no, I don't think I had anything that scared me.
I have one other thing that's actually, it's not a TV show or a movie that scared me. Irrational fear. It's a song.
Okay.
It's called "Those Were the Days."
Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance.
Oh, I like that song.
Okay, well, here's why it creeps me out.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time I heard that, I was about 5 years old. My sister had some friends over at the house, and I believe they had Girl Scout uniforms on. The three of them were in her bedroom, and they were sitting on the floor doing something, I don't know what. And, of course, I was 5 years old, so I had to barge in and be a pain in the ass, right? And they all kind of turn around and look at me, what do you want? One of the girls, long straight hair, very pale, kind of sunken eyes and sort of dark circles under her eyes. And the way she looked at me when I came in that room was kind of like, I could kill you right now. And that song was on the radio. So every time I hear that song,
you think of that
I
point.
think of that girl.
Wow.
But here's the weird thing. I asked my sister who that girl was. I said, when you had your two friends over here, who was that girl? And she said, what do you mean two friends? There was only one.
Come on.
Okay, I made that part up. I made that part up. But I don't know who she was. But yeah, when I hear that, I just think of that glare in those eyes. And it's just, so there you go.
Well, before we go, it's funny you brought up songs that kind of creep you out. There's one song that when I was a kid I had heard. It was by Bob Seger called Blame It on the Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The reason why it scares me is because the night I first heard that song, I had seen with my parents and their friends American Werewolf in London.
Oh.
And that movie scared the hell out of me, especially when his friend kept showing up in the vision. And every time he would show up, he was worse looking, and then it was just hard.
It was Griffin Dunn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When we were going home that night, that song played, and it scared me. And to this day, I love the song, but it scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, Bob Seger scares the hell out of me for a completely different reason. And I'm not going to go into it.
Oh, now you.
Love him.
Yep, so we're breaking down.
Oh, man. I just noticed I have like crumbs of creepy number 43 on me.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
What did you do?
Yeah, I'll just go buy another one on the internet for 20 cents.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say, hey, that should be worth something.
It is.
So speaking of comic books, don't forget, Saturday, August 8th is the Dover Comic-Con, and Haunt Squad are featured guests.
Ooh.
Free admission, fun for the whole family.
It's going to be fun. Indoor, outdoor, food trucks. Oh,
yes.
all kinds of stuff.
And Haunt Squad.
And there's stuff going on afterwards, too.
Yeah, right. They're doing a drink and draw down at the Golden Fleece that night, which I think you probably drink and draw.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Stay spooky.